Welcome to the channel. I'm Tony the Technician. Today we're going to be taking a look at magnetic organizers, more specifically for screws, fasteners, miscellaneous things while you're working on vehicles or whatever you may be doing, appliances, whatever. This is going to be really good options for weekend warriors, DIYers, or professionals, just depending on the work that you do. So the most common that a lot of people tend to use are these magnetic trays, which I have mine from Harbor Freight. Great little, very cheap magnetic bins. I just throw them stuff in here all the time. I actually keep these in the lid of my toolbox. The magnetism on them is pretty decent, not the best, but you just have some of this stuff isn't even really magnetic. You just have a large magnet on the bottom that is covered with a rubber cap, basically to protect the magnet from scratching surfaces. But as you can see, you're going to get, over time, any magnetic organizer is going to get metal shavings and stuff on them. Some of them easier to clean than others, but these are a very affordable option. Downside being they are all metal, so you do need to be careful where you're using them. Then I also have magnetic organizers like this, which is a collapsible, basically magnetic bowl, which is nice because you can fit a lot of stuff in here. The quality on this one is not great. It is a very, very cheap magnetic organizer or bowl. Downside being the magnetic space in it is just that, basically 1.5 inch bottom. So the amount of magnetism that you're getting on this is very poor, but it's still a good organizer just due to the fact that, you know, if you're working with a lot of fasteners and stuff or whatever it may be, you do have quite a bit of space here in a smaller area. Then you also have mats like the Icon magnetic mat. Absolutely fantastic, one of the best ones out there for the price. A lot of these other magnetic mats are going to be $35 and higher. Some of them get actually really expensive, and while some of the more expensive ones might work a little bit better, these are fantastic. I have a full video on this. This isn't going to be, you know, necessarily great for miscellaneous small fasteners. I mean, it will be. It's not going to have a problem with it. It's not going to be like the trays where it's not just using magnetism, but it also has sides built into it so it can hold multiple smaller things from rolling away. This is going to be fantastic for tools or, you know, maybe just a few fasteners, as long as you're, you know, working on a pretty flat surface. It's a fantastic mat. I absolutely love this thing, and Harbor Freight crushed it with the pricing compared to all of the other brands, basically. So very, very impressed with this magnetic mat. I do have a shorts video on it. I don't think I ever did a full review on this, but tons of magnets in here, and it performs really well, but only good for certain situations. It stores very nicely on the side of a box, inside a box, in a drawer. Very nice and easy to clean. You just have to be careful because metal shavings and things will actually embed themselves into this material, which can kind of make it a pain. And then this product was sent over from WorkPro. These are their magnetic collapsible bins, and I think this is a really good combination of these two. This is a little unnecessary with the depth, and the magnet is extremely small. This is all metal and just has a set height. These have magnetic bases both inside the tray and on the bottom. The one on the bottom is built in. The one on the inside can be removed, so you can easily clean this. This is really nice because cleaning some of these magnetic trays can be a real pain. And then they just simply press fit back into the base. And they're not extremely strong magnets, but just enough to hold fasteners or smaller tools. You get a variety of 4 different ones. They're all collapsible. Basically, I think it's just one stage set height. It's got a plastic ring around the top, the magnetic base. The smaller bin's going to be great for small fasteners or whatever. You can see in here I don't have, not all of these items are magnetic, but it is holding them. I don't know in any situation where I would tip these upside down. Now, obviously, if this fell off of something, it's not going to hold these things in there. They're going to come out. I'm impressed that actually stayed in there. So yes, it'll hold things. That's just an O-ring. It'll hold things upside down as long as they're lightweight. But if it takes a tumble from something, they're going to come out. But even though the magnet isn't the strongest, it's a very lightweight. It's to keep these nice and light. They have depth to them. So if you have them sitting at an angle or whatnot, it's going to hold whatever just fine. I find the smaller ones better for smaller fasteners. This is going to be better for some of your, larger fasteners. This might be a little overkill. This stuff is pretty heavy, but just an example. You can use it in an engine bay, on the side of your box, on a lift, whatever it may be. But even one thing I don't suggest is sticking it to a car. Certain spots in the engine bay are one thing. Outside of a car is a complete no-go. I don't care if they're brand new and they don't have metal shavings. Never stick this to the outside of a car. So while it still does a good job even holding at an angle, it's nice that it pops up so you can even, still work with it at a ridiculous angle for some reason. But if you really got to load this up with, whatever it may be. The other thing that I like is you have multiple trays here. So if you're working on a big project and you're trying to keep your fasteners separated, and then you have your bigger tray here as well, which is also going to be great for larger stuff like this. And it also pops up. The sides keep those things from rolling out of it. But the bigger one, not only is it good for, multiple larger fasteners, but this one I would kind of use in the same situation as the Icon mat. It definitely does not have the strength of the Icon mat, but if you wanted to throw some tools in there and go work, it makes it really easy to just throw your tools that you may be using in here, make some room, make room, and just go to work. Now, like the pliers, if these were at the top or the only things in there, they wouldn't hold very well. The weight is just going to, it's sitting on the pivot point. But once again, you got sides, so you can load this thing up and go to work. So I like the collapsible magnetic organizers, not specifically for the magnet, but just their low profile. You can simply stick this on the side of a box. You can keep them all organized really nicely without taking up a lot of space. I think I like them more than the little metal bins, just because they're easier to deal with, easier to clean, the magnet, and I really like that the magnetic bases come out of here. So I'll just show you. You can store them just like this in a drawer, or you can stick them all on the side of a toolbox. So what do you guys like to use? Do you guys like these magnetic collapsible trays? Do you like the metal bins? Do you like this style? Or do you like the mats? Those are the magnetic organizers I use and have on hand. If you guys have something else, please let me know. But I will have these linked down in the description for you guys if you guys are interested. There are tons of other brands with similar designs, but I do like the removable magnetic bottom and how easy they are to clean. I want to say these run between $20 and $30, just depending on when you catch them on sale. So they're priced very well, especially for the 4-piece set. So that's it. I hope you guys enjoyed. If you guys did, make sure to smash that thumbs up. And if you guys haven't subscribed, make sure to subscribe. And I'll see you guys next time.